Force, and the Force is with me. I'm one with the Force is with me. So be it, Jedi.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the GNN Cantina Happy Hour, where we don't want to sell you death sticks. We want to go home and rethink our lives. I'm your host, David, and welcome to a very special Wednesday night edition of the GNN Cantina Happy Hour. Wednesday night being that tomorrow, Thursday, at least here in the United States, I know that we've got some international viewers, but here in the United States, tomorrow's Thanksgiving. So tomorrow's big holiday. Everybody gets together and eats as much food as they possibly can and enjoys life. So we're doing a very special episode so we can talk about the season finale of Andor. Before we get into Andor, let's introduce everybody. With me as always is Debbie. How are you, Debbie?
I'm good. Ready to chow down tomorrow.
Amen. Also with us tonight is Cam. Cam in Focus. How are you, Cam?
Hello. Doing all right. How about yourself?
Oh, we're good. Everything's good here. Cam is driving, by the way, which is why he doesn't
Cam in Toyota.
Cam in Toyota, not Focus.
Now,
So anyway,
how many more of these do I have to endure?
Until you get home.
that's right.
Yeah.
Also with us today, very special guest, John from the Geek and I podcast. How are you, John?
Greetings. Doing good.
Well, very good. Okay, so everybody's good. I want to do one real quick thing before we get started with Andor. I got an Oculus Quest this weekend, and
Yeah.
I got Vader Immortal. I got that. Well, now let me take that back. I got the first chapter of Vader Immortal. I got 2 more chapters to go, but I played through that first chapter. Holy smokes, it was amazing. There was so much to do and see. It was like Jedi Outcast, but you were actually doing it. It was great. It was awesome. Loved it. Had a great time. Go get you an Oculus Quest. Download Vader Immortal and have a ball. That's all I got. So let's talk about Andor, shall we? Shall we talk about Andor just a little bit?
Yeah.
It's the season finale. Everybody is looking for Andor. Everybody is searching. Everybody has converged on. Is it Ferrix or Falcon?
Ferrix.
Everyone has converged on Ferrix because they know Andor's mother has died, and he will most likely be there. And we've got to bring all these stories together, basically, all these little subplots we've been following. The only one that didn't get brought through there was Mon Mothma, of course, but she's kind of in a little subplot of her own. Is that the next series we get is Mon Mothma? We get to see a little more into her home life and
The
Maybe the next
Mon
season.
Mothma prophecy.
sure.
Come on.
You're killing me, John. You kill it. The dad joke. Oh, that was the dad joke. That was a Star Wars dad joke right here on the GNN Cantina Happy Hour. We had a Star Wars dad joke. Look at that. Okay. And Cam, you had brought something up interesting that I hadn't even thought about, but Andor in this one, Cassian he spent most of the episode hiding and tucked away and
Prison.
yeah, in a sense.
Yeah, I mean, going into the episode, I was kind of expecting Cassian to be what rallied, the people to fight back against the Empire. I thought that was going to be like the culmination of, his story throughout this season. But yeah, he didn't do much. He was in the background. He was kind of hiding and sneaking around. I mean, he got Bix out of jail, which was nice. But otherwise, yeah, I mean, he fired a couple of shots. He snuck around, and that was basically it.
It was Assassin's Creed, but with Star Wars. He just kind of stuck
Yeah.
around. But
I liked the way they used the hologram at the funeral, because it kind of reminded me of of like a force ghost, egging everybody on
Yeah.
to start the fight.
Yeah.
And it was really good. And you said he didn't really. You thought you had mentioned, Cam, that you thought he was going to be the one to kind of start egging everybody on, and kind of. I mean, kind of in a way he did, just because there were so many people that he went to go see, and they're like, "You shouldn't be here. You shouldn't be here." But each one of them was treating him almost like he was a hero. It was like, "Oh, we know what you've been doing, so you're kind of a hero, but you shouldn't be here because the Empire's looking for you, and they're all here, and everybody's looking for you."
Yeah, for sure. In a way, it was an Andor that started the rebellion on that planet, so
And it really
it just wasn't him.
And
Well, he's been so reluctant to even be involved with any kind of revolution or whatever. I mean, he's just been doing stuff just to get money and get his mom and Bix out of Fixer. So
right.
that's been his main focus. And so his whole story arc this season has been leading up to him finally saying or thinking, yeah, I need to do something.
Geek Gauntlets in the house. How are you, William? Geek Gauntlet podcast. Saturday nights at 10 Eastern Standard Time, right here on Geek News Now. Go check them out. I'm assuming they're going to have a show on Saturday, so ours is the only show that falls on the holiday, so sure, why not? Now, as far as you know, you had mentioned the hologram, and the droid did the hologram, which was I mean, I guess that's some closure for a droid, but I thought it was funny. There was a meme that came out a while back, and it talked about the two biker scouts from the end of the first season of The Mandalorian, and it showed him punching Grogu while he was in the bag, and it's like, this one action has instantly made him the most hated person in all of Star Wars. And when those Imperials ran in and that commander ran over and shoved that droid over, I'm like, they did it again. They're just going to piss everybody off, aren't they?
Oh, wow. I hadn't even thought of that. That's awesome.
Hey, I'm just saying, it's the things that cross my mind. I'm like, oh, they just punched that droid. How dare them?
Maybe it fixed the stutter.
Maybe.
The droid was still stuttering at the end of the episode.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's true. By the way, I forgot to mention, we are talking
Sorry.
spoilers for the Andor season finale. So if you haven't seen it yet, go watch the season finale. It's amazing. It's great. But it's you can come back and watch us afterwards. It's great. That's fine. So speaking of amazing, did I read somewhere that this was the second longest episode of the season?
I think it was 49 minutes, including credits.
And
54.
And post.
Well,
54 total.
I think it was 56 or 54.
You have to watch the credits, by the way, because there is an end credits scene.
And I was right.
You called it, Debbie. I was going to say, Debbie, you called it. That's our
I don't get things right very often, but hot damn.
We need another episode of Who Got It Right. You sent me that one, John. So, but yes, Debbie was right. In case you haven't seen it, or you haven't seen the end credit scene, the things that they were building in the prison are connector pieces that are holding the Death Star together, basically.
Unvindicated.
So, or at least the super laser of the Death Star. But regardless.
Well, as many as they were making, I'm sure it was used throughout the Death Star.
I was thinking it was going to be for like missiles or something like that. You know, a weapon of some type. To where
Well, you guys were saying TIE panel, TIE fighter panels.
Oh, that's yeah. So anyway, yes, they were making Death Star. They were. But what did Cassian say about Jen's father? He's contributing to the Imperial war machine.
So did he.
So did
Well, he
he.
probably just doesn't know it.
So anyway, all right. So we deal with we deal with the rebels that are looking to kill Cassian. We look at who else? Who else was there? The ISB was there.
Cyril was there.
Cyril was there.
Bell was there. Luthen was there. Everybody and their brother was there.
And they
Then
did.
you had the traitor.
And again, we had the whole thing with the they're going to attack the Imperial outpost. Oh, they've attacked the Imperial outpost and they got beaten badly. It was what was his name? Krieger. Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
so
just
he's
like,
dead.
What's ticking? John, are you ticking?
That's
I
my
hope-
that's my
I hope
turn signal.
not.
I'm sorry.
Cam's got a turn signal on.
I hope I'm not ticking. I did get a box in the mail today.
I thought it was one of those music things. Tick,
A
tick, tick,
metronome.
tick.
What'd you send me, John? Did you make a?
No.
Okay,
Let's see if this works.
maybe. Oh, is this the deleted or not the deleted? The end credit scene. This is the
End credit scene.
Yes. I'm hoping we don't get shut off due to copyright stuff, but
The frames.
and Debbie, once I saw them doing this and they're putting all these attachments in and it started backing up, I'm like, geez, Debbie was right. This is the Death Star. They're building the Death Star.
Don't sound so let down by it. It's like, oh damn it, she was right.
Or that could be V'ger.
Well, every once in a while I come up with something good, so.
As soon as we get Mephisto in the MCU, Debbie will have been completely and utterly vindicated.
I was right!
All right.
We've only said that every single character is Mephisto, so someone's gonna be right.
Mephisto has been brought up since WandaVision, so
Yeah, there's been rumors of somebody being cast for Mephisto, but
that's actually almost 2 years now, by the way.
Holy crap.
Let's see. Grant's online. Hi, Grant. How are you? Awesome. Just finished off the finale. Is this a cliffhanger or what? Good evening, he says also.
I wouldn't call it a
left us with a couple of
cliffhanger. Yeah, I don't think it's a cliffhanger because there's, a cliffhanger usually has
You're like, oh my God,
an incomplete ending.
Right. Something that leaves you completely hanging to where you're just like, oh, I gotta wait however long before season 2 comes out.
Right.
This was more of a. This ended like A New Hope ended, to where it ended to where if it didn't do well, it could be self-contained into one season, and it's all self-contained. There wasn't really a whole lot of loose ends left, other than you had a few, but nothing like hugely significant. To where they could have said, okay, this failed miserably, so we're not even going to do the second season. So you just have the first season, or you have the one season, and it's good like it is.
Well, honestly, by the end of it, like, sorry. What I was thinking was, what did Mon Mothma's story really have to do with all this?
Money.
She's funding everything. And okay, I'm glad you brought up Mon Mothma, because her arc in this, did she throw her marriage under the bus to hide herself from the Empire?
I kind of wondered that.
Because
that just came out of nowhere about his gambling.
I was just like, holy crap.
Yeah, it seems that way.
If you haven't seen it, what happened was Mon Mothma picks up her husband from a bar or someplace, and she knows she's in trouble. She's in debt. Like what? She's missing like 400,000 credits, right? It's almost
Mhm.
almost 500,000 credits, and she doesn't know where it, or she doesn't think she can hide it from the Empire. She's been laundering all of this money for the Empire, and yes, and Stephanie is absolutely right. Stephanie Barton says, plus she knew her driver was listening. We have it has been well established that the driver is an Imperial spy. He's working for the Empire. He's spying on Mon Mothma. So for her to sit there and accuse her husband of gambling again, oh, you're gambling again. If you want to go to Canto Bite, speaking of which, Canto Bite, there you go, Cam.
Woo!
Last Jedi reference there. But
There's another one, sort of, kind of reference too.
Canto Bite, and now you're doing it here, and blah blah blah. And so did she? And he swears up and down, I'm not doing anything. I haven't done any of that. But is this, like I said, did she throw her marriage under the bus in the argument with him so that she could save face in front of the driver? And the driver says, "Oh well, we're looking into her finances. She's $400,000 credits short." That's probably where it went. He's probably gambling it away.
Yeah, because he's got a reputation for gambling and losing money, so it all fits.
Yeah, I mean, if it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, I guess.
Yeah. So I thought that was quite amazing that she would. Okay, all right, I'm gonna. But I don't think she cares for her husband very much, anyways, or vice versa. I don't think either one of them. It's almost like it was a marriage of convenience.
Well, it was an arranged marriage.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, and that's what her daughter's doing. Now her daughter is involved in this. I don't know if it's a cult. I don't know what it is. I guess it has something to do with the old ways.
Yeah.
And so when the banker brought his son to be introduced to her, did it seem like to you that she was happy about all of this, because this is in line with my cult or whatever I'm doing right now? With my whatever.
What she was into, like last episode, she was in that group and they were doing that chanting and that. And evidently that's part of the old Chandrilla, I'm not sure how you say that, but the old ways, because Mon and Vel were even discussing about, I thought we did away with that. And, Mon is like, well, it's kind of coming back. It's like, it's trending again. So, yeah. I think Cam's right that, I guess it was Grant said that she's sacrificing her family.
Yeah,
so.
it's Grant. Her sacrifice is her family.
Now, I didn't check the actors in the credits, but that wasn't the same little boy that Kid Leia had the argument with in Kenobi, was it?
I don't know. I have to.
I didn't look at him closely.
And now I got to go back and rewatch the finale. Darn.
Thanks, man.
Oh no!
Oh no! Oh
no! Well, I was curious about that because he looked kind of similar, and I was watching it like, that's not him. Wait a minute, yes it is. Wait a minute, no it's not. And I didn't have time to go back and look at all the credits, so I just wasn't sure. I was wondering if you guys had known.
I have no idea. I'll have to go look that up. That would be interesting. Hi, Chewie.
Yeah, Chewie's being a butt munch.
She wants her 15 minutes of fame.
Mm-hmm. Say hi, Chewie.
Okay, so we get back to Ferrix, and the funeral is happening.
Yeah, they caught the Imperials off guard.
They really did. And not only did they catch him off guard, I mean, just the way that it all kind of went down. You had her hologram saying, oh, we need to fight. We need to. And speaking of which, the hologram message. You remember when Luthen made his little speech at the end of. Gosh, what episode?
Episode 10, I think it was.
Was it episode 10?
I think so.
Almost on par. I would say almost on par. It's right there to where it very heartfelt pep rally kind of, or pep talk kind of. Let's get everybody involved and we can do this, and they can't stop all of us, blah 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 blah. And the Empire, the Imperials were just standing around. They kind of didn't really know what to think about this until she said attack the Imperials.
Well, did they start early?
Yeah.
Yes, they did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I thought they started early and surprised everybody, and that's why they were like, get down to the street, and started blocking off, corner alleys.
And I thought the band too, the way that they were playing the music, not the music for the score or anything, but the musicians that were marching in her funeral, the way that the tempo kept going up, and it's like,
And it was also the theme for Andor.
Yeah, and I don't know if you've noticed this, but every episode of Andor, when it does the title, it's the same music, but it's done in a different style or a different way, just depending on how the episode is going. This one was a triumphant
High school band.
We've done.
I think it was the actual band that was playing the funeral. Chewie.
So anyway, yeah, go check that out. Just a subtle little, one of those funny little things. Music dictates. Where's Captain Hook? Coming back.
Turner ready.
Jeez.
Oh, sorry. Jesus. It took me a second to realize what you
Is
were
it time
talking
to move
about.
to
I'm sorry.
Florida? Are you old enough to move to Florida now and drive in the fast lane with your turn signal on?
Oh, jeez. Well, I moved from Florida, so that should tell you something at least.
But anyway, so you get the attack. Now you also had. There was a scene, and I was wondering what it was, and it kept driving. It was the kid that was building the bomb, or he was building something. And I was like, is this a young Cassian, and we're doing a flashback kind of thing here, or is this what's going on with this? What's happening with this? And
they kind of did both.
They kind of did. Let's see. John Ambrose is on. I'm 10 minutes in. I'm at the edge of my seat. So anyway, they really did. They kind of did a flashback, but then the one kid, I was like, okay, he's building. I was gonna the way he was handling it, the way it was, he was being really delicate with things, and I was like, okay, he's probably building a bomb. I'm not worried about that. I know what that is. And I was like, so is this Andor, and is this the way he was kind of, we're doing a flashback? And then it showed him, and he looked up and he sees a picture of Andor. He's got a hologram. The kid had a hologram. Yes, he did. Had a hologram.
That wasn't Andor.
It wasn't? Who was it?
No, I assumed it was his dad or something because they had the same kind of hair.
You go back and watch the second or third episode where they had where the security guys had the hologram of Cassian. They said this is what he looks like. I think it's the same one. Go look. I'm willing to bet it's the same one. Now you got to go back and watch another episode.
Damn it!
Darn! Shoot! So anyway, I think it was the same one, and I was like, okay, well this makes sense because Cassian is kind of an underground hero here to all these people that live here. I mean, and then you could see it as he walked on, and the people that he talked to, and they're like, "Oh, it's so good to see you, and you've been doing great things, and all this other stuff." So he throws the bomb. Things just go straight to crap. The big guy did the big guy use the brick that his mother was made out of to start hitting people?
Yes.
Was he using
Yes,
that
he
as
did.
a weapon?
Yep.
Well, she was fighting back then, wasn't she?
Yep.
From beyond the grave.
Oh, so that's why the show is called Andor.
Oh, it's not him. It's her. All right. All right.
Now the pieces are falling into place.
We got that. We got that. I'm trying, Grant. I got it. I've got issues sometimes with my microphone. Oh, I'm up as high as I can go.
I think it's because you had it away from your face.
Maybe. So, let me think. We did the spark of the rebellion. Deidre.
Well, since you brought that up, when Cassian and Brasso were in that, I don't know if it was a tunnel or a secret, I don't know what it was.
Back room.
Yeah. Anyways, Brasso, well, Andor started blaming himself. I should have been here. I wanted to take her, and but she wouldn't leave. I shouldn't have left. Blah blah blah. And then Brasso tells him, "No, she told me you would say this." But then he says, "Hold on, because I wrote it down."
Debbie has notes.
I do. I always have notes. Oh, so Brasso is telling Cassian that his mom said that it was already burning. He is just the first spark of the fire, which is very similar to what's used in, I believe, was Last Jedi. We are the spark that'll start the fire.
Right.
That'll burn the First Order or something like that.
There's another Last Jedi reference for you there, Cam.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I mean, throughout Star Wars, especially a lot of the newer ones, there's a lot of references to, rebellion or fighting back being the spark of something. Because the first episode of Rebels was called "The Spark of Rebellion," or was that the first episode? I don't remember. There was an episode of Rebels called "The Spark of Rebellion."
There was an episode, yeah.
And even in the episode description of Andor's finale on Disney Plus, you have the episode summary right next to it when you go to select the episode. It says blah 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 blah, spark of rebellion. So that's a pretty common theme when it comes to fighting back against evil.
Okay, John's got some more enlightenment stuff for us.
That is not Andor.
Are you sure? Are you sure that's not the same?
Pretty sure.
All right.
That is not Andor. Vindicated again!
I was about 99.9% sure that was him. And he was like, oh, they're looking up to him.
I assumed it was his dad who had been killed by the Empire in some shape, fashion, form.
I'm going to do my best Eric Cartman impression. That kind of looks like Tom Selleck.
No, that does not look like Tom Selleck.
It looks like Brian Boitano. What would Brian Boitano do?
Calling all Jan Michael Vincents.
Don't be making fun of my Tom Selleck.
That's the other boyfriend.
I have many secret boyfriends in the, Hollywood realm. So,
Tom Selleck, the other white meat.
Tom Selleck. Tom Selleck was actually supposed to be Indiana Jones, for those of you that don't know, but could not find time to film the movie while shooting.
Because my other secret boyfriend got it.
Oh, no.
Well, he took it.
Tom was shooting Magnum PI, couldn't get a break, and said, I can't do it. So Harrison said, I'll do it.
Yep.
And
the rest is history.
The rest is history. Indy 5 coming out next year?
Yeah.
Next year, year after. 23.
No,
24.
it's next year.
Oh boy, I can't wait to finally get our female-led Indiana Jones. I don't think that's actually happening though.
Okay, so back to Andor real quick because I want to talk about what's her name from the ISB. she was
Deidre.
on Deidre. She was on planet, and it kind of happened. I think I called this to where I said it's just Cam. He's getting out of his car.
I am getting out of my car. I'm going up. I'm going up my walkway right now. I will.
We
be
just
in...
love the sound effects. That's all.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Waiting for you to
Yep.
open the door.
Yep. Yep. Just call me Skywalker Sound.
Wholly brought to you by Cam and Focus.
That's right. Go watch the latest Cam and Focus. So anyway, kitchen floor. Walk through the back.
All right, I'm here.
There he is. Are we on carpet now? We don't have to listen to the.
Yes, you're on carpet.
There you go. All good. That's all I asked.
All right.
Okay. Deidre. So and I think I kind of called this that Deidre and Cyril will run into each other and she's gonna get mad at him and it worked out kind of that way to where he rescued her from the mob. But,
Yes.
But what got me about that whole scene was this whole season she has just been calm, cool, collected, just centered and focused and no nonsense. I know exactly what I'm doing and I know exactly what my goals are and I know exactly what I need to do to get there. And then she gets caught in this crowd and she's trying to pull out her blaster and shoot people and it gets knocked out of her hand and she's chasing it around. Somebody picked it up. Who picked it up?
He did.
Oh, it was Cyril. Yeah, that's right. So he saves her basically. He pulls her out of the crowd, says, "Duck in here, come in here with me." And she just within that moment where she was sitting there going, "Oh my gosh," you could again, kudos to the actress. Just she was so shaken and so I've been in situations like that where people have been pulled out of a mob of sorts and they're just like, "Oh my god," and physically just almost unable to do anything just because it was such a traumatic experience.
Well, I tell you what, that scene, I thought I was going to gag, and then I thought I was going to puke because
I think.
What, you didn't think they were cute?
I thought it was cute.
Well, because I thought just the way they were like looking at each other and the heat of the moment type of thing. I was expecting them to kiss, which would have made me gag, and then I would have puked.
See, it would have been we could have had Cedra or Deerl.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
I mean, I'm glad it didn't happen, but
here. Come on.
they were just like staring at each other and and heat of the moment, and I was like, oh god, if he goes in for a kiss, I'm gonna lose it. I'm glad he didn't, but
I think
he's just
that's what I was expecting.
I honestly don't think I don't think he has any kind of romantic inclination to her. I think he looks at her as a stepping stone to get back into some kind of position of power.
I don't know the way he was looking at her when he's seen her from afar.
He's a creepy looking guy.
He's a stalker. I just think he might have started out that way as this is my way to work myself up the ladder, but I think it's on his part. I think it's kind of went into something more.
The only thing that I think would give any precedent to that is the fact that when he saw her, he was with his sergeant buddy for the first time, or not for the first time, but he was with his sergeant buddy and he saw her for the first time on the planet, and he was like, "She's here!" And it was almost like oh my gosh, it's her! Ooh, it's the hot chick. She's at She's at my party. I'm popular.
Oh, I mean, I guess I can see the attraction. She is good looking in an imperious kind of way, like look down her nose at you when she talks to you.
What was it? There was a Family Guy episode where who do you think is hot? And Cleveland said Margaret Thatcher. Margaret Thatcher, are you crazy? What? Power. She has power. None of you thinks power is sexy. Guess what? Deidre has power. Just saying. Let's see. Grant says he's after her big time. Plus, she can take him back to the Empire reinstated.
Thank you, Grant.
My whole thought was that he just wants to get back in the Empire, but if they want to do a little love connection thing there, I have no problem with that. Oh, speaking of love connections, you had well, I can't even think of her name now.
Senta.
Yeah, Senta and her
Val.
girlfriend, Senta and Val, and it seems like there's some tension there. No, there is tension there. I'm not going to say it seems like there is tension there. But the one is always, it's like she's like, I'm here to work. I don't have time for, relationships and all this other stuff. And I can't, it's not that I don't want to be with you. It's just that I can't right now. I'm busy. And she's very much like, no, you need to be with me, and you need to work and be with me at the same time.
Yeah, Vel's all puppy dog eyes, and
yeah,
I'm here, and you're, step away from the window, pay attention to me, you know.
I haven't seen you in months. Come see me,
Clingy.
Yeah, that's a good,
Come.
Oh, go ahead, Sam.
No. I was just gonna make a stupid comment to build on that. I was gonna say, oh, come back to Ferrix for Netflix and chill.
Disney Plus and chill.
Disney Plus and chill. You got to remember what platform we're on right now. Disney people, if you're watching, and we know you are, we love Disney Plus.
Now that Bob Iger's back, he can watch our stuff without having to worry about it.
Thank you. Yes, Grant says she is dedicated to the cause. Yep. And I would completely 100% agree with that. Her relationship is with the rebellion right now, not with Val.
I'm kind of wondering what they're going to do with the whole Cassian sister arc.
Yeah, I thought we'd get something in that.
Anywhere. It was like the first episode, and that was it. It was like the beginning of the first episode.
It was the beginning of the first episode, and then they referenced it, I think, in like episode 8 or 9. Yeah, like that. It was just like a line drop about it, and then it's gone.
I wonder something. No, that wouldn't make any sense to me then, because he would be looking for. So he went back home. He went back to Ferrix, and he found a building with a name on it. Somebody had been bricked into this building.
That was Clem.
Was it? Okay.
That's because that's when he started having the flashbacks, and he had a little tears, and he was touching the brick.
Right. All right. So I was like, okay, who is this person, or does he just realize that this has become her and she's going to be like this? And I don't know.
Yeah, I thought they were going to put the bomb in the brick and then blow out the wall as the troops came by.
I thought the whole thing was, and right after the bomb went off, not everything stopped. I mean, everything was still going, but it got real quiet. There was the music stopped. There was people moving around, but they didn't really focus on the sound. It was very, if you've ever had a bomb go off next to you, it's very much like that, to where it's almost like people are moving in slow motion. Yes, I've had bombs go off next to me, so it's fine. I can say this. to me anyway, it was very much like, okay, everything's moving in slow motion. There's smoke everywhere. You're confused. You don't know exactly what's going on, but you kind of have this halfway idea, and your ears are ringing. You can't really hear anything, and it's just the way they filmed that. It was like, okay, I can see this. This is what happens. This is how it's supposed to happen. So
Yeah, and we've seen, in Star Wars before, we've seen plenty of, people getting shot, but something about the way that this battle was filmed just seems so much grittier.
oh, and that was the thing too, was they so the the Imperials were in there. The riot control guys were in there, and they were hitting them with sticks and tasers, and they started getting overrun. And they had the stormtroopers. They were like telling the stormtroopers, "Get them, start shooting, open fire." And they were on the roof just shoot. I mean, it was like fish in a barrel. They're just like, okay, I've got the high ground, ha ha ha. So, man, it was brutal. And they even the guy that played the hammer guy played the anvil.
Yeah.
They said
that was funny.
Was great.
MVP. Now, I'm gonna bet right now that anvil's made out of Beskar.
Oh, you think so? Because of the way it sounds?
Well, not just the way it sounds. If you
the way it looks.
I mean, but like the Beskar that we saw in the Mandalorian, like those Beskar ingots, the way that it had those like waving patterns, it almost looked like Damascus steel. Mm-hmm. And that anvil had that same look to it. So I'm wondering if that anvil is just a huge chunk of Beskar.
And that's why it makes the ringing sound. Because if you'll notice, when the Beskar was hitting, that was one of the ways she identified that the spear was Beskar, was she hit it to the ground and it had that real clear boom. You could tell the frequency and everything.
Now, is that time period, is Beskar valuable, like for credits and stuff?
Well, okay, so you're 5 years past, or you're 5 years before A New Hope. I think, gosh, I just watched a video on the current Star Wars canon timeline, and I think at this time the Mandalorians have had a civil war. What?
I'm sorry, it's not you. Go ahead.
Are you reading Grant? Hey, do you need me to put Grant's comment up there? Is that what
No, my daughter was texting me.
Oh.
Go ahead. I'm so sorry.
So anyway,
don't make me take the phone away from you.
Yeah. Don't make me come back there. I'll pull this car over.
Ooh, Lord.
So anyway, now see, I done lost my train of thought.
Because I'm wondering if that anvil, if that anvil is actually, I mean, if it's as big as it is, and Beskar is as valuable as it is, does that fund the rebellion?
I honestly, the funding of the rebellion, I think, is going to come from the train robbery that we got. What, third or fourth episode, to where, I guess actually I think it was like the fifth episode, where they stole the payroll for the garrison. And I'm
the Aldhani incident.
I'm thinking the Aldhani incident, coupled with the fact that now apparently Mon Mothma is going to be a little more free with her money, because we have the banker guy said, I don't want an engagement, I just want an introduction. And guess what was happening? They were introducing. Mm-hmm. So she's playing ball with him, which means that her funds have now become opened up again, or will become opened up again. You have the Aldhani incident, so I'm thinking that's where the funding is going to come from. I know at some point the Mandalorians had another civil war, I believe, between the Clone Wars and A New Hope, and I want to say that was probably right around the same, because the Empire purged their planet. Basically, they basically destroyed their planet. So anyway, Grant says, really gave us the grit of Rogue One Scarif battle. Totally bombastic. You know what? The Scarif battle and the battle on
Jeddah.
The Jeddah battle, where he's like, we got to get out of here. This place is hot and it's ready to pop. And she looks around and she sees the operatives moving into position. She's like, do you have a plan for getting out of here? Because this is about to go down like right now. Like, we got to go now. So yes, that it was a lot like that battle too, to where it was just, you've got people hiding in the crowd, and then all of a sudden.
So who was the guy that said, you have to make it look like you're arresting me? And then he ended up getting blown in the face through the window.
That was the guy. That was the guy who Cassian owed money to in the first episode.
Yeah, had the big alien
bodyguard.
And Cassian saw him when he was leaving too. And the only thing I could think was, he's probably thinking, hey, I don't have to pay him now. Now I'm good.
Did he die? I don't remember seeing that.
I think
he was laying on the floor when
he was laying on a floor in the pool of blood. So
he looked pretty dead.
Yeah, when Cassian did that dive shot,
to take out the Death Trooper, yeah.
And then he looks down and he's like, "Oh,
cool! I'll have to pay him."
Nice.
So, have we seen? Is Cassian now the second person? Only the second person now that we've seen take out a Death Trooper? Did they take out any in the Mandalorian?
I think he was a regular trooper.
I know. I don't think so. I think he was one of the black ones.
John, bring up the tape.
Yeah. Can we get the replay on that?
Let's go to the replay.
That beautiful
I'm
B-roll footage
tonight, so I'm going to take advantage of it.
John's going to look for it. Pretty sure it was a Death Trooper.
It's a stormtrooper.
I should just leave this window open.
Yes, you should.
Maybe it was Ahsoka in disguise. Thanks, Dave Filoni.
Oh, here it is. It was Mephisto.
Oh, it was Mephisto, of course.
Yes.
Makes perfect sense.
Let's see.
While he's looking for that,
talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah, I was going to say, what did you think of when Cassian is on Luthen's ship and he says, you can kill me or you can take me in? I was kind of hoping for a little bit longer confrontation. And I mean, Luthen just kind of looks at him and then kind of smirks and is like, okay.
You know what?
Come on.
The fact that we have seen Rogue One at this point, and we know that he survives, it kind of things like that it takes away from, because it's like,
well, I mean,
gonna survive.
I didn't expect a big out fight where he gets injured or something like that, because we do, he does show up in Rogue One. But I just thought there would be a little bit more tension in that scene, like maybe Luthen arguing with him or something. But I was kind of disappointed in that particular scene.
I thought it was done really well too, because it focuses on Luthen, and Luthen is standing there all big and proud, and I've got the blaster in my hand. And if you look, Cassian looks a lot smaller than him. And every time it comes back to him, I mean, you can really tell that I don't know if it's just the way it's shot or the way Diego Luna is compared to Stellan Skarsgård. I really don't know. But it was almost like Cassian had shrunk up, and he was just kind of like, hey, I want to come play too. Please, sir, may I have some more? That kind of thing. And he wasn't as, I don't know, he seemed more vulnerable and more willing to say, okay, I want to do something more with this other than money. So let's see. Ambrose is on. Karn and his buddy are like the Star Wars answer to Farley and Spade. Okay, here it comes. Let's see.
Pew pew.
I guess we can't see what he was.
It was a Death Trooper. I'm gonna call it Death Trooper. Another
Hold
thing.
On, we're about to see it again. Oh yeah, that's a Death Trooper.
Shut up, Cam.
Cam. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. I'll take it.
Take that, Debbie.
And something else I enjoyed about this episode too is that there were so many things that. Hey, guess what? I collect Legos. Did you not know that? But there were so many things where I looked at and I was like, "Oh, that's going to be a Lego set. Oh, they need to make that into a Lego set. Oh, that needs to be a Lego set." I know what to be looking for next summer when the new waves launch. So,
I'll just wait until Luthen's ship gets a Lego set.
It's Luthen. Everybody's screaming for Luthen's ship, and I was looking at the little hover battle platform thing that they had that he was on just a minute ago with the blaster mounted on the top and everything. I thought that was kind of cool. So Cassian helps everybody get off of Ferrix. He gets them on the ship. He says, stay low and then go high. And we've got Bix sitting there saying, Cassian will find us. And B.O. Oh, speaking of which, let's see. I just saw this a minute ago. Hang on, Grant. I'm coming for you. There we go. B2EMO, give him a shout. Stole every scene he appeared in. I will concur. The Wally robot is amazing. And again, yeah, in case you missed the first part of the show, Grant, we were talking a little bit about that, to where now the most hated man in all of Star Wars is the Imperial that ran over and knocked B over. So because everybody loves B. Everybody loves B.
Yeah, between this and the Rise of Skywalker, I think we're gonna start seeing a lot of stuttering droids in the future.
But see, I like Dio. I thought he was great.
I thought Dio was cool.
It was a lot of fun. He was no, thank you. Sad. Yes, it's very sad. Okay, cool. Let's see. Did we miss anything, Debbie? We're about 53 minutes in.
No, I don't think so. I think we
covered everything. We
covered everything.
We got everything you took note of.
What do you think he does with Luthen at the end? Because it's just him and in the ship.
I think he's going to work more. I think he's going to work more closely. Is that a word? Is that a way? More
closer.
He's going to work closer to Luthen. So Luthen had the I don't know, antique store that he's using as a front for his.
Well, how is he going to get out of Andor thinks that he sent everybody to kill him.
He knows he sent everybody to kill him.
He sent everybody to kill him.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. But how does he talk his way out of that?
I think so. If you were trying to kill somebody, and then suddenly they showed up in your car, what Well, wouldn't you be a little bit shook for at least long enough for them to say something to you? I mean, I feel like Cassian's tenacity, I think that's the right word, wins him over.
Now, vice versa, if somebody sent somebody to kill me and I ended up with him in the car, he wouldn't last long.
Well, I think he saw an opportunity in Luthen.
Mm-hmm. I think so too, and I think he knows that Luthen is a bigger player than what he puts on.
Yeah, I think that was why he gave him the option to either kill me or bring me in,
or bring me in. Yeah. So I got the kitty down here now. She came to see me. Okay. Anything else, Debbie? We got everything?
John? No, I think we.
I want to hear thoughts as a whole on the first season. Just kind of a real quick rate the season.
Yeah, I liked the first season a lot. I thought it was very well directed. I liked the script. I thought it was paced really well. I really just wish that Cassian himself had more story. I mean, he participated in things, but he didn't really. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm looking at it the wrong way. But from beginning to end, besides him, being more comfortable with moving into rebellion, he didn't really have an arc. He just kind of did things.
He was in the right place at the right time the whole time.
Yeah. So, but I mean, overall, I mean, if you want me to give the first season a rating, I'd say I'd give it, a pretty confident, 7 out of 10.
Wow.
Yeah, I was going to say 7. It had its moments, dragged for me in the beginning a little bit. I guess because of what I expected Star Wars to be, and it was a 180 of what I expected it to be. I thought it was going to be explosions and pew pews all over the place, and it turned out to be
It's not a. Yes, exactly. Dave Vermillion
turned out to be a really good space thriller. To me, the first season I would put that up. And if anybody asked me what it was, I would say it was kind of like the Guns of Navarone. If you've ever seen the Guns of Navarone, where they, it's all story until the last, 35 minutes. And
it's like Gettysburg. Gettysburg was like that too. 5-hour movie, but really all the bang was like the last 30 minutes.
Right.
It's like 4.5 hours of build up to 30 minutes of cool stuff. So, Debbie, thoughts? Season as a whole?
I'd give it a 9.
Okay.
Well written, just like Cam said, well written, directed great.
The cinematography has been awesome.
Oh
yeah, I mean,
the music has been amazing.
I was invested in the characters. I mean, even though Andor, we know what happens, but yeah, I just there's characters you hate. Cyril.
You're supposed to hate him though, because they're the bad guys.
you love to hate him.
Yes. So yeah, I looked forward to every Wednesday, even though I had to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning to watch it. But yeah, I looked forward to it every week. And now I'm kind of bummed that it's over with. I love that it was 12 episodes. I love that they did that.
I love that it was 12 episodes. And I love that each episode was not quite an hour long, but
yeah.
I mean, they were good length size. That they weren't
40-ish minutes.
I would say it's one of the best written and done Star Wars series, right up there with Mando. So
I would say that I think I would give it an 8. I really, really like it. There's a few things that I didn't care for. The sister arc being kind of one of them. It's like, are you looking for your sister? Or you're not looking for your sister. You started off doing that, and then you just kind of quit and went your own way. So that kind of concerns me. As far as gosh, that's tough because I think Rogue One for me is the best thing that Disney has. The best thing that Star Wars has done since coming under the Disney umbrella. Mando is probably a pretty close second, and then I'd have to rank this probably third. I'm sorry, I bumped The Force Awakens. I apologize. Sorry, Force Awakens, you get demoted a little bit. I will say I watched The Last Jedi today, though. So, just for you, Cam.
Well, you. Thank you. I'm humbled by your consideration.
No, it's a great movie. I like it. I enjoyed it. Always did.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad.
Cool. Shameless plugs. Uh-oh. Hold on. John's got some more fun for us.
All right, so we're gonna wrap up season 1 of Andor here, and I came across this on the internet today, and I thought it was interwebs, and I thought it was pretty cool. So I figured I'd share it. Hopefully the sound works. This is Andor if it was released in 1975.
Before there was hope in the galaxy, there was Andor. As a ruthless empire tightens its grip, one man, chosen by happenstance, will rise up to become a leader of a revolution. He is a new kind of hero for a new age. His name is Andor.
All I can say about that is that the music was lacking some waka chickas.
That's my
kind of reminded me of right Space 1999.
Yeah. That was amazing. That was great. Thank you for enlightening us with that. Andor 75. I'm assuming you can find that on YouTube somewhere.
Yeah, I think it was Nerdist posted it today.
I will definitely be sharing that one around. So, shameless plug time. John, shameless plugs, anything for us?
Not this week. I know next week I am headed to, where the heck am I going? I'm going to a trade days in Canton. I'm going to Canton Trade Days, and I'm going to film. I'm going to see if there's any cool old retro stuff. Because the last time I was there was a lot of Star Wars stuff there.
You got to go to the back barn area. You can't do it up front's where all the art and craft crap is. You got to go back to the
yeah. Nobody wants that.
Yeah, the flea market side, or you go across the street and look at the animals too. But hey. Whatever tosses your cookies. Cam, shameless plugs.
New Cam in Focus comes out at the end of the month. In light of Jason David Frank's unfortunate passing, this Cam in Focus is going to be a Power Rangers special. Cool. I will be taking a look at the first Power Rangers movie with Ivan Ooze. So that'll be fun.
Do you know who played Ivan Ooze?
I'm sorry?
Who played Ivan Ooze?
I don't recall the actor's name.
You know another character that he played?
He almost passing Grandpa Munster.
In passing, I've known. It's just not something I committed to memory, unfortunately.
He played Renee Belloc in the original in Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Wow.
Yep.
Gotcha.
All right. Well. Okay. Well, that's cool. So, Power Rangers, in case you didn't know, on Sunday we lost Jason David Frank. He was the Green Ranger. It was the Green Ranger in
White
first season, and like the third season he turned into the White Ranger, and he's been a Ranger in like almost every iteration of the Power Rangers. So he was real big into that. Really sad state of affairs. Go check out geeknewsnow.net. There's a lovely article about it, written by one of our writers. It's good stuff. Go check it out. It's a lot of.
Met him at the very first Retro Expo here in Plano.
And you know, it's funny because this happened on Sunday, and then the last Retro Expo, that the one that I just went to, was I got to sit and talk with now I can't even think of his name. The Red Ranger,
Austin St. John.
Austin St. John. I kept thinking Brian Austin Green. I'm like, no, that's that 90210 guy. That's not right.
How dare you?
Okay, Debbie, shameless plugs.
Well, Friday, Guardians of the Galaxy's Christmas special comes out. Woohoo! So Monday, that's what we'll be discussing. I'm so excited for this. I can't wait for Friday because I love Guardians. So, and the trailer looks hilarious. So
now, is it like a full movie, or is it going to be like just a mini little one-off?
I assume it's like a special presentation.
I think it's a special presentation like Werewolf by Night was, which means it'll probably be like 45 minutes or an hour tops.
Yeah.
So I don't expect it to be much more than that. Just it's another Christmas special. Put it up there with Charlie Brown and White Christmas, and you'll be good.
Star Wars.
The Star Wars Holiday Special. Okay, yes. Okay, so my shameless plug, go watch the Star Wars Holiday Special. It's on YouTube. You can also watch the Lego Star Wars Holiday Christmas Special. And this one's a lot. It's different, completely different, but it's on Disney Plus. It came out last year. It was great. Let's see, Grant. One last question. Grant says, cheers, guys. Good talking. Good to see you all. Guardians is going to slay it. You darn right it will. Just because I think that's the best franchise off of the MCU right now. Is Guardians
I'm surprised you didn't comment on the pun.
Oh, I didn't even see it. Gonna slay it. I need to puff up my hair a little higher so I can catch those ones that fly over my head.
Nothing flies over my head. My reflexes are too fast.
Yes.
I would catch it.
Okay, so MCU Mondays, Guardians of the Galaxy, go check it out. We will be back. I think we're going to be back next Thursday. I'm pretty sure we might be taking some time off because of the holidays. The holidays are coming up and everybody gets busy, and we will see. I will see if I can come up with a topic, and we'll let you know.
Well, we got Tales of the Jedi yet.
Oh, Tales. Oh, okay. So yeah, we'll be back next week. Next Thursday, we're going to do Tales of the Jedi. All 6 episodes.
That's why I'm here, folks.
Thank you, Debbie, for keeping me straight, keeping me in line. And
I have to do the same thing with Chris, so you know, it's just my job.
Don't let him hear you say that.
Oh, he loves me.
All right. Well, that is it for us tonight. Thank you for joining us on this special night. We will see you all next Thursday night. Be good, and may the force be with you.